The most impressive leader in the world right now is President Volodomyr Zelenskyy of Ukraine. Under enormous pressure, over and over again, he's displayed incredible leadership. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that Zelenskyy has done that do actually translate into day-to-day leadership so that you can handle crisis situations better. But of course, the crisis situations that we face are nothing like the things that Zelensky's had to deal with. So I'm going to start by going through the 3 things he's done in his context. And then after that, I'll talk a little bit about how it applies to the sorts of things that you and me have to deal with every day. First up, right at the start of the conflict, Zelenskyy took a really clear stance and communicated it in just 6 words. I need ammunition, not a ride. So many leaders, when faced with the might and numbers of the Russian army coming over the hill, would have said to themselves, I need to get out of the country, I need to get to the UN, to the European Parliament, start touring capital cities and making the case for Ukraine. And in brackets at the end of that way I'll be safe. But in those brilliant 6 words, Zelenskyy told his people, told Russia and told the rest of the world, this is a fight we are not going to shy away from, and it's a fight that we can win. When there's a crisis going on, everybody looks for the person who says, it's going to be okay, we can do this. And Zelenskyy has done that in spades. Second thing, he's communicated and communicated and communicated. In those first 6 words, Zelenskyy told the world what he needed, and since saying them, he has continued to communicate relentlessly. Most of all to his own people, with daily articles and television appearances. On top of this though, he's spoken to parliaments and governments all around the world, with addresses to the UN, the European Parliament, the African Union, and he's given speeches to grassroots societal and cultural organisations like groups of universities in Japan, Canada and Israel, and even the audience at the Glastonbury Festival here in the UK. Every day, the website of the President of Ukraine gives updates on these speeches, conversations and addresses that he is giving around the world. It is powerful, restless, relentless communication designed to build worldwide alliances and boost the morale of his people at home. And the third thing he does is regularly paint a hopeful picture for the future of Ukraine. Zelenskyy often talks about rebuilding his country and securing its position as a free and important nation state. He says things like this: European integration of Ukraine is a guarantee of a free and prosperous life for all generations of our people. Or this: we're fighting for our future, our freedom, our land, and the opportunity to build a new Ukraine. The last example I'll give you: the post-war reconstruction of Kharkiv must use only advanced ideas, only modern technologies. Kharkiv and all other cities and communities in our country must be reconstructed to have the most modern look in Europe. In that looking to the future, he's saying to his people, we will get through this, and when we do, we will have a better future than we've had before. And that's powerful messaging for any crisis situation. And maybe we should get onto that now. How do these things translate into the sorts of crisis situations that we face day to day in our normal leadership roles? First up, set out a clear position and communicate it quickly. Zelenskyy used just 6 words: I need ammunition, not a ride. But for you, it might be something different. It might be, our focus right now is just on keeping our people safe. Or, we're going to transition to working from home right now and we'll worry about the consequences later. By saying something so clear, so quickly, people will feel that you have a grip on the situation and that everything's going to be okay. Next, communicate, communicate, communicate. You must have regular updates on what's going on. Even if you've got nothing much to say since the last one, just saying that, letting people know that you're still on top of the situation, is really important for your team to feel as though the situation is being managed properly. And lastly, paint a hopeful vision of the future. Zelenskyy is realistic. He talks about all of the really bad things that are happening, but he also continually comes back to, this is what the future is going to look like when we win. You have to do that for your team to keep morale high and keep everybody focused on working through the situation step by step. I'm going to close with one of my favourite Zelenskyy quotes from this period. Ukraine is fighting for its future. Russia is fighting for someone else's past, which is why we will win. And if you'd like to do something to help the situation, consider making a donation to the Disasters Emergency Committee Ukraine Humanitarian Fund. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time here at the Leadership Jetway.